It has been a long journey home for one World War II soldier who has been missing in action for more than 80 years.
In today's Amazing America, how the love of his brother and a commitment to make sure no soldier gets left behind brought him home.
Amazing America 250 is sponsored by Ingles Markets.
On behalf of a grateful nation, the flag of a fallen soldier is delivered into the hands of his grateful 84-year-old brother. He'd been missing in action for 83 years. Luther Rhodes was 17 years old from Henderson County when he signed up to serve in 1941, a month before the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The next year, his brother Marvin would be born, and Luther would be shot and killed on Guadalcanal in the South Pacific. The two brothers would never meet. Now, more than 83 years later, the remains of Private First Class Luther Rhodes returned home after a long and unlikely journey.
I think it's important. It's rare to find remains. It's been 83 years.
It began last May when Bob Johnson at the Henderson County VFW set out to find the remains of the 13 service members from Henderson County who remain missing in action.
People cared about this guy, cared that he got to the cemetery to be buried initially, and then somewhere along the line they lost accountability.
Bob did some research and discovered Private Rhodes had been referred to in 2 books describing the fighting on Guadalcanal. He was referred to as the Kid.
I said it to myself, but I said it out loud, but I said, I'm going to find Luther.
Meanwhile, Marvin had been on a search of his own for his brother round about 20 years, connecting with groups and submitting his DNA, not sure it would ever happen.
And I was amazed that it happened after 83 years.
Luther's remains were initially buried in a grave on Guadalcanal. After the war, they were moved to the National Cemetery in Hawaii, known as the Punch Bowl, but never identified.
But they didn't know it was him.
As time went on, Marvin's remaining 8 siblings would pass away, leaving him to find his brother. Do you feel like he's coming home?
Yeah.
It was a journey made possible because of the efforts of 2 men and something else. Luther's remains included markers in his teeth that showed he'd grown up drinking tap water in Henderson County. That, along with Marvin's DNA and Bob's efforts to locate and connect the dots, brought it all together.
I thought it was a miracle. I thought it was a miracle.
Luther has a saddle box hanging on the wall at the Hendersonville VFW. In the corner, a sticker marking him as MIA, something that never sat right with Bob.
There's an ethos in the military, which is leave no man behind. We'll take that little sticker off.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
A big deal for Bob, a little brother, and a grateful nation, bringing him back to where he grew up. He has you to welcome him home.
Correct.
Yeah. And that means something.
All right, Private First Class Luther Rhodes is now buried in the Edneyville Methodist Cemetery.
His final resting place is not far from where he grew up.